People wonder, they say shall never end. They said Igbi don't collapse, oh, allegedly. They said Igbi's fight against QueenNaomi is about to claim her life if she's not careful enough. Yes, so according to what we're hearing, they said her driver, Igbi's driver, have come to confess in the palace what happened. You know, like I said earlier, see this final ritual. The wives are not going to keep quiet. But I just pray that they should know that if they are not careful enough, they will pay with their lives. But it's not too much, sha. If they decide to pay with their life, no wahala. So, according to what we're hearing, they said Igbi's driver, while confessing, said allegedly that they went to Kano State, but they traveled by land, as in the driver was carrying her. And normally they would have traveled by maybe flight to Kano, and it would be easier for them. But they said they are along the way, their way to Kano. I think some people said it's Katangori or where, that they stopped and spent 2 days there. And for that 2 days, they visited a Babalawo that side to get a very important item for their main job in Kano State. And for that 2 days that they slept there, they said the man was busy fortifying 2 strange eggs. The driver said he have not seen such egg before. If that is egg from fowl, that he is not sure, because the eggs were red in color, and a particular drum. They said the drum is also black in color. So these 2 items was what kept them in that category for 2 days, while the man they met there was busy fortifying those items. So they stayed there for that 2 days, after which the man handed over that egg, the 2 eggs, and that local drum to Igbi, after the fortification. They said throughout their journey from that category to Kano State, where they meet with the man that will do the ritual for them, that Igbi was pampering the egg like like her life depends on it. If you drive anyhow, Igbi will shout, "Do you want to put me into trouble? This, that." The driver said at some point, he was confused. He became even afraid, because the way Igbi was pampering that egg, if anything happens to that egg, Igbi might even buy him, because of the egg. So that was how they finally arrived Kano. In as they arrived Kano, according to him, they spent another 48 hours in Kano. And during these 48 hours, they said they met a man who was also doing something with the eggs and that drum. They say at first the man draw a very big circle, and in the middle of that circle, the man put the 2 eggs under the drum, as in they put the 2 eggs and used the drum to cover it. Then they said about 16 men came and lie flat, covering that circle, while they start the second ritual. For 2 good days, they were just lying there. No food, no water. They said at some point the driver became so afraid. They said the driver said, "What kind of a thing is this? That ever since he started taking Igbi to places, he have not seen this type. That this one is strange." And the kind of items that they were bringing out to do more rituals on that eggs and the drum, that in his age of experiences, I mean his experienced age of taking Igbi to places, that he have not seen that type. So they say why the man was doing that, They did not know that there is a main man. The main man is the Oga Patapata that will do the final ritual with those items. But the second man that was doing the ritual was right there when they came. Then the men Oga Patapata, they did not meet him. The other man told Igbi that that one have gone into the forest to get some herbs, some roots, that it is those things that they will use to do the final ritual and everything will be okay. My people. That was how they said the man was doing it. At some point, the man told Igbi to come and cover that drum, that the 2 eggs were under it. And according to what they are doing, according to what the man said, allegedly, they said they went there with Kabi Esi's picture and QueenNaomi's pictures too. And while they are doing the incantation, you could see that the 2 eggs represent these 2 lovers, Kabi Esi and QueenNaomi. So, at some point, that was when they said they called Igbi to come and use a very big calabash. They said there was a black calabash, that the black calabash is so big that it can cover that drum. You will not see any part of it again. That was how they said they called Igbi to come and use the calabash to cover that drum. But they said when the man handed that calabash over to Igbi, Igbi just made a step towards that drum. They said the man, the member Balawo, collapsed there. And that was how the man died immediately. You know? And at that time, they said Igbi started trembling. Her hands were shaking. You know? And she was just trying so that that calabash will not break with her. You know, holding it. That was why when they said the main man, if the man appeared by appearing and disappearing, nobody can say. But they did not see him walk in. They said the man now appeared and shouted at Igbi, "Don't try it. Can't you see?" You know, because Igbi is supposed to see that this other man don't buy because of this. And she wanted to go and cover it. To tell you how desperate they can be. They said the man shouted at her, telling her, "Are you not seeing what just happened? Don't you know who you are trying to cover? You want to cover a whole Kabi Esi. That you don't know who you get married to. That if you dare reach that cycle, that is how you are going to join this other man." They said Igbi was shaking. Before you know it, the man managed to take that calabash away from her. That is how they said Igbi slumped. It took them hours to revive Igbi. They said the driver was so afraid because at the end of the day, they will ask him about Igbi. And the essence of doing that confession is so that they will warn Igbi in case if anything happens, nobody will say, the driver must have gone and used her for something, for money and all of that. They said when they revived Igbi, the man warned her that if only you know who you are trying to cover, but both the king and the wife, they cannot do it. You cannot do it. They said the way they warned Igbi was highly disappointed. This is the same man that have promised to do this for her. But they said when the man went into the forest to get some items, maybe he encountered something that made him to come and start warning Igbi to desist from this fight. If not, the fight will chop her head. Allegedly, that is what we are hearing. Don't forget that these are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, follow my page and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.